Ladies and gentlemen, trust is the foundation on which everything in a relationship stands. It's the invisible thread that holds two people together even when the world around them shakes. Without trust, love becomes fragile, easily broken by doubt, fear, or misunderstanding. Trust is not just something you say, it's something you live. It's something you build brick by brick through actions, through words, through moments that show your partner that they are safe with you, that they can rely on you no matter what. Think about the first time you truly trusted someone. It wasn't easy, was it? You had to let go of your doubts, your fears, and your insecurities. You had to take a leap of faith. But once that trust was established, everything changed. The relationship deepened. You began to share more, to open up more. You let down your walls, and in return, they did the same. That's what trust does. It breaks down barriers. It invites vulnerability. And in love, vulnerability is where true connection lives. But trust doesn't happen overnight. It's not something that just falls into place because you say, "I love you." Trust is built through time, through every promise kept, every word spoken with sincerity, every action that aligns with your intentions. It's built through consistency. It's easy to say, "I'll always be there for you," but the real test is in showing up day after day, even when times get tough, even when things are uncertain. Trust is earned through the small things, the quiet acts of care and commitment that prove you are reliable, dependable, and unwavering in your dedication. And trust is not just about what you do for your partner, it's about what you do for yourself too. When you build trust with your partner, you also have to build trust within yourself. You have to be able to trust that you are capable of showing up as the person your partner needs, even when it's hard. Trust is about knowing that you can handle the challenges that will inevitably arise and that you will face them together. Because love doesn't shield you from challenges, it teaches you how to overcome them side by side. Without trust, everything else in a relationship becomes a question. Can I count on you? Do you have my back? Are you honest with me? Trust is the answer to those questions. It's the assurance that no matter what comes your way, no matter what happens in life, you will never have to question where you stand with each other. You will know that your bond is solid, that you have something unshakable at your core. Trust is not just important in the good times, it's absolutely crucial when things get difficult. It's in those moments of hardship that the strength of your bond is tested. So remember that trust is not just a feeling. It's a decision, a commitment, and a responsibility. It's a promise to always be honest, to always show up, and to always protect the integrity of your relationship. Trust isn't perfect, but it's worth every ounce of effort you put into it, because when you build a foundation of trust, you build a future together that nothing can tear apart. And that's the real power of love. Consistency is a powerful force in any relationship, especially in love. It's not the flashy moments, the grand declarations, or the fleeting gestures that build a foundation of trust. It's the small, consistent actions that speak the loudest. Love, real love, is about showing up every single day, even when things are tough, even when life throws you curveballs. It's about proving to your partner through action that they can count on you no matter what. Consistency isn't just about being present physically, it's about showing up emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. It's about being the person you say you are when no one is watching. Think about it. If you say you love someone but your actions don't match your words, that love becomes questionable. Your partner needs to feel that your love is steady and reliable, something they can lean on when life gets hard. It's in the everyday moments, in the simple acts of kindness, the words of encouragement, and the respect you show one another when it's not easy. In love, consistency builds a rhythm, a pattern that shows you're committed, not just when it's convenient, but at all times. When you make promises, whether big or small, your partner should know that you will honor them. Trust isn't something that can be bought with a single grand gesture. It's earned over time through repeated actions that prove you are who you say you are. And here's the truth: when you're consistent, you create an atmosphere of safety. It allows your partner to relax, to let down their guard, knowing that they don't have to wonder whether or not you'll be there for them. Consistency breeds confidence. It says to your partner, I've got your back. You don't have to question me, and in return, you will receive that same loyalty and assurance. But consistency isn't just about always doing the right thing. It's about showing up even when you don't have the answers, even when you don't feel like it. It's in those moments when you choose to be present, when you push through the challenges together, that you solidify the strength of your connection. In love, consistency becomes a promise that no matter the circumstance, you're there giving your best, not just when it's easy, but when it's difficult too. The power of consistency in love is about laying down a deep, unshakable trust, one action at a time. It's about knowing that when life gets rough, you've already built something strong enough to withstand the storm. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up, doing the work, and proving over and over again that you're in this for the long haul. Transparency and honesty are not just about telling the truth, they are the very heart of integrity. In love, they are the foundation upon which trust is built and maintained. When you're open with your partner, when you let them see the real you, flaws and all, that's where the magic happens. That's where love becomes something more than just surface-level attraction or convenience. Transparency creates a space where both partners can feel safe, where they can be vulnerable without fear of judgment or betrayal. In the world we live in, it's easy to hide behind walls, to put on a mask, and present an image of ourselves that we think others want to see. But when you do that in a relationship, you rob yourself of the opportunity to experience true intimacy. You can't love someone fully if you're hiding pieces of who you are. Honesty isn't just about being truthful in what you say, it's about being truthful in who you are. It's about showing up every day as your true self and giving your partner the chance to love you for exactly who you are. But honesty isn't always easy. Sometimes it's the hardest thing to do. The truth is uncomfortable, even painful at times. We've all faced moments where we've had to decide between saying what's real and saying what's easy. But here's the thing, choosing honesty, no matter how tough, is what sets the foundation for real, lasting love. It's in those moments when you choose to be transparent and speak your truth that you show your partner that you respect them enough to be vulnerable, and you respect the relationship enough to be real. It's not just about the big secrets, the major life decisions, it's also about the small things. Being honest about your feelings, about your needs, about what's going on inside you is just as important as being truthful about the bigger issues. It's the daily act of communicating openly, of checking in with each other, of being willing to share even the things that might feel uncomfortable. It's this transparency that strengthens the bond and deepens the connection. When both partners feel free to speak their truth without fear of being dismissed or misunderstood, that's when trust grows. And that's when love begins to truly thrive. Honesty also means owning your mistakes. We all mess up, we all fall short at times. But when you're honest about your failures, when you're willing to admit when you've hurt your partner, that's where integrity comes in. It takes strength, it takes courage, and it takes humility to look your partner in the eye and say, I was wrong, but it's in those moments of honesty that the relationship becomes stronger. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real and showing up with the intention to learn, to grow, and to do better. When honesty and transparency are at the heart of your relationship, they create a safe space where both partners feel heard, valued, and respected. You don't have to wonder what your partner is thinking or what they really feel. There's no guessing, no suspicion, no uncertainty. What you see is what you get. And that's what makes love powerful. When you trust each other to speak the truth, when you trust each other enough to be honest in the smallest moments and the biggest decisions, that's when you build something unshakable. That's when your love becomes a force that can stand the test of time. In love, Accountability and responsibility are not just nice ideals, they are non-negotiable principles that define the strength and resilience of a relationship. The truth is, no matter how deep your feelings are for someone, the foundation of any successful partnership lies in both individuals taking full responsibility for their actions, words, and decisions. When you step into a relationship, you don't just give your heart, you give your integrity, your honor, and your commitment to making it work. Accountability means owning your part in the relationship no matter the circumstances. It's about looking in the mirror and asking yourself, what role did I play in this situation? How can I be better, not just for myself, but for the person I love? When we talk about responsibility and love, it's more than just about doing what's expected. It's about taking initiative, showing up every single day with the intention to grow, to understand, and to contribute. It's easy to play the victim, to blame your partner for things that go wrong, to point fingers when things get tough. But true strength and love is demonstrated when you look inward, acknowledge your faults, and commit to doing better. It's in those moments when you hold yourself accountable that the bond between you and your partner grows stronger. Responsibility is also about being reliable, dependable, and consistent. It's about being there not just when things are easy, but especially when the going gets tough. If love is a partnership, then you both have to pull your weight, emotionally, mentally, and physically. It's in showing up for each other even when the world is pulling you in different directions that you build trust and mutual respect. Being accountable also means accepting the impact of your actions, whether they are positive or negative. Sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we hurt the people we love unintentionally. But owning those mistakes and being willing to make things right is what separates the strong from the weak. It's not about being perfect, it's about being honest and humble enough to say, I messed up, and I'm here to do the work to make it right. This level of vulnerability is what creates the deep, unwavering trust that love requires. Taking responsibility in love also means stepping up when your partner needs you. It's about recognizing their struggles, supporting them through their battles, and being the rock they can lean on when they feel weak. In a relationship, your role isn't just to show love when it's convenient, but to be there through every hardship, no matter how difficult. When both partners share this responsibility, when both are willing to own their actions and support each other unconditionally, that's when love flourishes in its most powerful form. So when you think about accountability and responsibility, don't just think about it in terms of obligations or duties. Think of it as the bedrock that holds up the entire structure of your relationship. It's the unspoken commitment to doing better, to being better, and to creating a love that lasts. And when you both take responsibility for nurturing that love, you create something unbreakable, something that withstands every storm and only grows stronger with time. Forgiveness is not just a word, it's a powerful act of strength that has the ability to rebuild what's broken. In love, it's not a matter of if mistakes will happen, but when. Whether it's a misstep, a betrayal, or a moment of weakness, we are all human and we all fall short. But in those moments of hurt, it's easy to believe that trust can never be restored, that the damage is too deep. But that's where forgiveness comes in. It is not about forgetting what happened or pretending the hurt doesn't exist. It's about choosing to rise above it, to heal from it, and to allow your love to emerge stronger than before. When we choose to forgive, we are not simply letting go of the past, we are choosing to believe in the possibility of the future. We are saying that despite the pain, despite the hurt, we believe that the bond we share is worth more than the weight of what we're carrying. Forgiveness is an act of courage. It takes courage to look at your partner, to look at the situation, and to decide that your love is bigger than the mistake. It means choosing to see the person you love not as someone who has wronged you, but as someone who is also fighting battles, someone who is capable of growth and redemption. It means recognizing that we are all works in progress, and we don't always get it right, but we're willing to try again. Rebuilding trust after it's been broken is not an overnight process. It's not something that happens at a moment of forgiveness. It's something that takes time, effort, and commitment from both sides. It's about showing day after day through words and actions that the hurt won't define your relationship. Rebuilding trust means being vulnerable, being patient, and sometimes being willing to put yourself out there again, despite the fear of getting hurt. It's about creating a space where both partners feel safe to express their feelings, their fears, and their desires without judgment. And it's in that space that trust begins to heal brick by brick. It's important to understand that forgiveness doesn't mean you erase the pain. It doesn't mean the wrong is forgotten. It means that you are willing to let go of the anger, the resentment, the bitterness that keeps you chained to the past. Forgiveness frees you. It's a gift you give not just to the person who hurt you, but to yourself. It allows you to open up again, to trust again, to love again. And in rebuilding that trust, you show the resilience of your relationship, the depth of your commitment, and the strength of your love. It shows that you're not just holding on to the past, you're building a future together. So when trust is broken, don't give up on each other. Don't let one mistake define the entire relationship. Choose to forgive, choose to heal, and choose to rebuild. Because real love, the kind that lasts, the kind that withstands the storms, is the kind that knows how to rise from the ashes. It's the kind of love that's willing to start over, to rebuild, and to emerge stronger than it ever was before. Trust can be rebuilt, love can be healed, and together you can create something even more beautiful than before. Forgiveness and rebuilding trust are not signs of weakness, they are powerful demonstrations of love's strength. When we choose to forgive, we choose to believe in each other, to grow together, and to create something even stronger than before. Trust is not something we give away lightly, and when it's broken, it takes time, patience, and a willingness to be vulnerable. But it can be rebuilt and it can be restored. It's through forgiveness that we rise above the hurt. And it's through rebuilding trust that we reaffirm our commitment to each other, no matter the challenges we face. Love, when it is built on trust and integrity, is unshakable. And as long as we are willing to forgive, to heal, and to rebuild, there's no storm that can tear us apart.